What's going on, everyone? Dwayne here from NorCal Nerf Club, and really happy to say today I finally get to take a look at the brand new X-Shot Chaos Orbit Rifle. I've been wanting one of these for a while. They've been a little bit hard to nail down as far as availability, especially where I'm at here in Northern California. I know they've been showing up at some Ross stores, along with the Meteor that we're going to be looking at as well here tonight. Yeah, I finally got one. They came out available on Amazon, and I'll leave the link for it down below in the description box. They came in a 2-pack. I got two of them for $40, $39.99 for 2 blasters and 100 rounds. So pretty good. At the same time, my good friend that works right around the corner from a Ross store had been keeping an eye on the Ross, and they finally put out a couple of the Meteor pistols there. So he grabbed me one of those, and I said, great, well, I'll tell you what, you grab me one of those and I will give you my other Orbit rifle for it. So yeah, pretty good deal right there. But yeah, there you go. This is what the rifle is. Came with the instructions, of course, and a bunch of these stickers, a bunch of nice stickers, so you can customize it any way you want. They already put on some of the decals here, but then they got all kinds of ones that you can put all over your blaster. Crew auxiliary members, you might want to take a note of the nice triangle ones that they have here. See that right there? Make a nice anti-glass wherever you want to, right there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's a good idea. So anybody can customize them. You can put a little thing there, write your name on it, I suppose, or anything that you want to. So that's a pretty cool idea. And then it came, like I said, with 100 of the rounds here. And this is where things start to get real interesting when talking about the rounds. These are the ones I've got open over here. Okay, we'll take a look at the blaster, and then we're going to load this up, okay? Loading it is real simple, okay? You got to pull back the follower here. See how it's got right there? It's got a little stopper there, so you can't load it like right now unless you pull that back, okay? Takes that stopper away, okay? And locks into place right there, okay? See what I'm saying? And then that allowing you to just take and drop in rounds. Or I am just going to put in 6 right now. I'm going to put in 6, and the reason being is we're going to do a little bit of extra chronograph testing in this video. So I don't want to spend all day on the chronograph, but let's give you a real good idea of it. Once those are loaded, then you just press this button over here, follow what goes forward, okay, and it keeps all the rounds compressed and ready to go, okay? Now, I've had this out. Luckily today, since it came in not actually in any kind of box, it just came in with a box of 2 of these in the same box with a piece of tissue paper in between them. So no actual carton box container that this was locked into or anything. So I've got to play around with this a bit today, and I'm really glad this time around. Most of the time when I do these, you'll see me take it straight out of the box right to the chronograph. Today I got to play around with this a little bit, and like I said, I was really happy to do that because I found a couple really cool things, and we're going to cover those in this video. Okay, so yeah, I've got 6 rounds in there. Now let's get it on the chronograph. The priming on this, really nice and smooth. I really do like that a whole lot. And 95.7, let's get this a little bit closer. Get that up there, nice and level. 98.7, 99 even. 99 even again. 104.6. There's a good one. And the last shot, we're just going to do 6 shots here this time. 97. Okay, that's pretty good numbers. Earlier in testing, I got an average. I think I was doing it with 12 shots. I think I got an average of 99.9 on this a little bit earlier, and this time around 99. Okay, so yeah, right around there, 99, 100, really good, solid rival numbers. I really do like that. And yeah, that brings us to another thing here is that we have to talk about is this ammo. Okay, let's take a look at any one of these. Okay. You see how it's got kind of like the beehive shape on it? That has a little bit of pronounced right there in the middle section there, and the two halves have been put together. You know, I really found out that really doesn't matter, and a lot of times if it goes through some flywheels, that's the first stuff that comes off of there. But anyhow, these rounds, they are good and solid, got a little bit of a waxy coating on them, kind of like the Proton rounds do, okay? And yeah, they're sturdy, probably got a little bit of weight to them, and they fly really, really well, okay? And now we're gonna do a little bit of comparison here with these and normal Nerf rounds and some Adventure Force rounds and some Proton rounds. Okay, so let's take a look once again at the rounds that I was talking about. Yeah, they, like I said, they performed really well. You just saw them over here on the chronograph and how well that they did there. Some people may look at this loading system and say, you know, that's great having to load them in there, you know, it's okay having to load them in one at a time and everything like that. And some people say, I don't know about the internal clip. I kind of like my ones where I have the 12 round mags. I'm saying, well, that's real good, you know, and if you think it's kind of slow to load those, some people would say, well, maybe somebody ought to make a speed loader one of these days. But what if you just take one of these, you go down here like this, and you hold it right there straight on, and guess what? Instant speed loading right there. You're loaded. We have 12 rounds in there. Now, that was easy. And I got to explain what I just did there too. The first ones that are loaded up in there are regular, brand new yellow Nerf rounds. And every other one is a brand new Adventure Force round, okay? And that's the reason why I wanted to, here, I got to show you the reason why I wanted to put these in there and test these. I want you to watch this, because this is a very important thing that nobody has really covered yet about these rounds. Okay, this one, I believe, is going to be, that was I think it was an Adventure Force round. Let me look at that. Yeah, that was an Adventure Force round. Okay, that one went good, 95.4. Okay, the next one is going to be a normal yellow Nerf round, okay? I want to get that square on here. Do you see what happened? Look at that. Look, look. You see that? Adventure Force round. That one didn't come out too bad, okay? I had a bit of the problem with the Adventure Force ones is that I'm seeing here in the yellow Nerf rounds, and watch this. That one came out okay. Look at that. See that? Watch this. That one wasn't bad. Kind of wish I would have put down the chronograph just to show you how much it really is slower. Okay. And then, okay, where am I at on here? I have the Proton rounds coming up. Okay, there goes one of the blue Proton rounds. Okay, that comes out really nice. In fact, let's put the rest of these on the chronograph. I'm gonna move this back here a little bit so we get a little bit straighter shot on it. 96.7. These are on Proton rounds now. 100.3. 108.5. 99. Oh, am I out? Yes, I'm out. Okay. So yeah, you can see the Proton rounds are fine. They're all good and everything. But the other ones, but anything else, headshot rounds that I put through it, no good. The yellow, just normal Nerf rounds, a lot of times they just puke out the end of the barrel like that. Same thing with a lot of headshot rounds. I kind of was trying some the green ones, and some of the green ones were coming out okay. But then I had one of them totally jam up inside here where I had to chisel it out. Okay, that's another thing with the way that this loads. That's going to load by gravity. So you see here, oh, I got to put the follower back. You always remember to do that and lock it into place. You can load. There we go. Now, oh, I had one. Sometimes if you don't get them all the way stuck down in here, stick your finger down there and get them all the way through. The last one will stick on you back here. It'll stick back behind the follower there, and it won't actually feed. But you see how this feeds by gravity, okay? When I pull that back, see, Now, if you had that on the side, too much on the side or something like that, it might not load up there all right. I know it won't do it, upside down or anything. But so I've got one nice orange proton round in there. See, 100 even, fires just really nice out of that, okay? And now we've got one more red, regular red one, 101. See? Yeah, they fire really, really nice. Like I said, yeah, you can always do that little trick right there. Load these up if you like your magazines. I always have a couple of them stuck on my side and even have a spot. My holster carries one. So yeah, that's a kind of a nice thing if you want to do a little quick, easy speed loading. But all in all, this blaster, I really, really like what's going on here. Welcome X-Shot to the game. You guys did a great one here. And these rounds, I gotta tell you, when I was firing these out, even accuracy-wise, the proton rounds will come out just as fast and fire just as nice, but these seem to have a little bit better lift in their flight, okay? The proton rounds tend to, sometimes they would arc down before these would, where this is a more direct flight out of them. X-Shot, you did a good job here. In fact, I can tell you, here I can show you one other thing about these rounds. Okay, what I did is I went and I grabbed my Heracles pistol that has a perfect fit chrono spring from Out of Darts in it. Very nice spring, like that spring a lot. Luke from Out of Darts guarantees that spring to do 140 plus in a chrono. Same thing here in a Heracles. As a matter of fact, I've got a video on that. And I believe this one averaged 145 feet per second, which is pretty good and powerful. It's a really nice blaster. What I've done here is I'm putting in 3 of the new X-Shot rounds, and in between them, I've got a couple of the regular yellow Nerf rounds, okay? And so the first one that's going to come out here, this is going to be an X-Shot round. 147.6, okay? Now this is a normal Nerf round. 138.4. Once again, X-Shot round. Get that nice and square on here. 145.6. Okay, Nerf round. 139.7. Okay, then another X-Shot round. 145.6. Okay, now to be fair, so that we have an even amount in there, I'll go ahead and put another regular Nerf round through there. We hit 135.4. So that's very interesting, okay? See, now look at this. Yeah, we had that max there of 147.6. But right there, first shot, 147.6, second one down to 138.4, then back up to 145, down to 139.7, back up to 145, and then down to 135. So you see there's a little bit of difference between the normal Nerf rounds and the brand new X-Shot rounds. They're pretty good, and they fire really, really nice and accurately through them, too. The proton rounds do fantastic in here, but you may see them fly a little wilder, even fly up sometimes. But these have a really nice direct path to them. I really like the flight to these. It's really good and very nicely accurate. Gives us some good distance, which is going to be great when I get another spring in this, because I am going to do a spring upgrade to this, even though I got to say, I mean, this thing's getting some fantastic numbers there for stock, 99 average, good and solid. I like that. I can handle that. Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and I loaded just 6 more rounds into the blaster, and because I want to show you something. That's got a nice pop to it too. The grip on this, I really, really like that grip. That's going to be great when we get a bigger spring load in there. That's going to help out a lot. This is a lot like the aftermarket grips that you get to put on other blasters. It's got a nice chunk to it. You've got a spot up there. You can put my fingers and really get a hold of that and, pull it back, which leads us to being able to do something really cool. Of course, you got the deprime button over here, okay? In case you ever need to deprime it and anything, you have any problem there, you can deprime that, and that's not doing anything until it's primed, okay? So I prime it, now it's got a little bit of tension to it. And you know, you can call it a D-prime button, but I like it for this. Same thing that I like a whole lot about my Dart Zone blasters, the Powerball and the Titanium, is that you can nicely press your little D-prime button there, pull this back. Real easy. It's not priming again. You're just pulling it back, pushing it forward. That just dropped in another round, okay? Now, if back here you can see a little bit that it's going to fire out. Did it fire too? Let me see here. Okay, we should be in. There we go. Oh, I probably wasn't back far enough. You couldn't see it. It fires out 2 of them really, really nicely. Okay. Of course, you'll lose a little bit of velocity, but yeah, it fires 2 of them out in a nice little pattern. Once again, get a bigger spring load in there, and just like on the Powerball and Titanium, it'll fire 2 rounds out at about stock speed. So it's pretty good. And nice little pattern, a lot of distance to them. They both fly really nice. So it works out really well. Something I always enjoy playing around with. You can use it, and it's not the most practical or effective thing ever when you're competing. But when it works out really nicely, and you're happy you did it. So yeah, but I really do like this blaster. It's very, very smooth to operate. It has that little problem though, you know, you can't just use normal yellow Rival rounds in there. So I would not recommend that. I have not had good results. I saw it in other videos where they were just kind of rolling out of the barrel, and I wondered what was going on there. Nobody really addressed the issue too much, but it depends on the round that you put in there. And, you know, X-Shot going after the market, I guess, they're being all bold. They want you to buy their rounds, which that's not a bad thing. I think you can still get these. I think you can get these like 100 rounds, maybe for $15, something like that. I'm gonna have to check that out. If I can find the link, I'll leave it in the description box below as well, because those are, I'd pay that again. I gotta load up on those. Those are really great rounds. They work out great. And when they say compatible, yeah, those rounds are compatible with everything else. The blaster itself needs those rounds, needs proton rounds that work out fantastic in it. Anything else, I can't really recommend putting in this blaster as far as rounds. So it's a little bit particular on the rounds, but the ones you put in there, it performs really, really well. And like I said, I can't wait to get a spring in this. Can't wait to see what we're going to do and put a spring in that. That video will be coming up very soon. But I enjoyed doing this little review for you guys and talking about the new rounds and everything. I hope you can take a second maybe and leave me a thumbs up on this video. Y'all take care, and I'll see you in my next one.